Hello, welcome back to the ministry, and we're on part 4 of this. I accidentally cut it off. Didn't mean to. But coming back from where I left off at, Lily had to walk up on the stage and start singing to get everybody's attention. Some of you, God's going to have you in the midst of a situation that looks like a mess. That scenario looked like a mess. People was throwing stuff, yelling, all that kind of stuff. And you don't have to prove yourself in that moment. Lord showed me in a dream years ago. I'm talking about almost 7 years ago. He showed me in a dream I was standing somewhere backstage. Whether it was physically backstage or I've been at events where it was a fashion show locally. It was the other certain types of events locally where I had to be in the back hallway as certain things were being prepared. I remember, and this actually references the word for this year, 2024, that I've done. I remember standing in the hallway. They made us wait so long the night of my graduation for us to go up on stage. I remember we were all standing there in this long line waiting to go up to sit on the stage and be given our diplomas for high school. And I remember it was a long wait that night. And to us, I guess because we weren't doing anything, it felt so long and arduous waiting to get up stage. And a lot of us have felt that way, waiting to graduate from the seasons that we are in. But in tandem to this, it's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. A lot of the words I've been hearing lately have been talking about everywhere all at once, all at the same time. Amos 9 and 13. A lot of things are going to be happening everywhere all at once, all at the same time, and you're going to have to go up. You're going to be pulled from behind the stage and put on the stage. She had to go up on the stage in the midst of all that confusion and just start singing. I also heard from a minister I listened to, some of us have been ridiculed, and some people are even going to talk about you when you get where you're going about the very thing that you're called there to do, and you're going to have to go up and defend yourself, whether you're going to use your voice to do it, whether you're going to, whatever it is to capacity, whether it's just you speaking, singing, whatever it is, you're going to show people, no, I could do that all along. She started singing and everybody else came in and just followed her. You're going to have to take the lead in the situation. And it may not feel good because the initial moment in which you got to take the lead is a whole bunch of confusion. And let me tell you, when you have the gift of being a feeler, you feel everybody's anxiety, you feel everyone's angst, somebody start arguing, you're going to be sitting there like, I need peace for this. How can I do this without no peace? God's going to give you the peace. Just move. So she had to sing blase, blase. They got it. They got into the gospel sensation and they ended up starting the next phase of the process. Now, meanwhile, Darren, when he gets back, he has to go to his aunt's house and pick up a box that is a trunk full of letters that his aunt had gotten from his mother she wanted him to have it. So he sits down on the couch, start going through the letter. She sits next to him and start to just sit there and watch him go through this experience. Some of you are coming in the point in their life when something has happened and has been dismantled, and there are going to be private moments that the two of you are going to have where you're going to see things that others won't and have not had the ability to see. I guarantee you nobody's seen Darren cry. Darren was sitting there and a tear was in his eyes because he was reading the letters from his mother. Or from his aunt to his mother or something like that. And with that being said, it's going to be a moment that you're going to see this man in a different light. She saw him in a different light when he got emotional over reading those letters. You're going to see this man in a light that others don't see him in, to whatever capacity, because he always probably puts on that mask. Remember, he used to use, this guy in the movies always use smooth talking as his covering. In this moment was a real emotional moment for this man. You're going to see those moments with this individual, and that's going to open your heart to them. So, with that being said, he and her end up in a kiss. Your intimacy is going to get closer because you're going to see them in their reality of moments. They may want to get close. Now, for those of you that are in courtship, that the Lord puts you in courtship and you can't have any intimate, real contact with this man physically until you actually marry them, you know what you've got to do. Don't you be up here doing any type of foolery with this individual. Salt 144 did a video on how to control that. Go look at it. So you got about 4 or 5 videos up there right now. Go watch them. With that being said, he tries to kiss her, but she pulls back and then sees a picture on the mantle saying she looks like she's looking disapprovingly. God gonna be looking at y'all disapprovingly if you sitting up there making out with this man and you ain't married to him. Stop it. So they get up and leave, and he walks her home. He's still trying. He's like, well, this, that, and the other. He's like, well, we should have probably seized the moment. Carpe diem. She said, ye have little faith. You the one speaking the word. You're the one that's going to keep this man in order. You may have moments of temptation. If you are called to courtship with this man and he's getting to know you during this phase, y'all may have those moments. If y'all not called to immediate marriage first sight and you're just called to get engaged and wait out the wedding, yeah. You got little faith because that temptation going to be there. It's going to be there. Especially if you're growing into certain things and a lot of stuff is going on. The temptation for that sexual intimacy. Y'all remember what the world felt like? So, with that being said, next day, and I don't want to dig too deep into this, because this next latter half of this movie, I got scripture to dig into. So, we're going to pick up with that 2 Kings 18, next part. I'll be back soon.